Ah. Getting more tips, more cooking tips from Chef Rebecca from Umami Restaurant. You guys serve up lunch and dinner at the restaurant,
we do,
right?
Actually, yeah. We're only closed on Sundays.
Okay.
Any other day, it's from 11 to 10 at night, depending on if it's the weekend or not.
Right. Depends on how busy you are, right?
True, that too. We're not going to close the door.
No, I know. All right, well, you've showed us all kinds of interesting recipes that you've shared with us and put them on our website, so thank you for doing that. And now you're going to show us how you make a miso pork slider, and there's a special way that you cook up your pork. How is that?
Exactly. Well, what we do is we take the pork butt or shoulder, or you can take any cut of pork that you like.
How tender that is. Wow.
We actually cook it for a few hours in the oven. We cover it in our house stock, then we cover it in foil, and we let it go for like 3 hours. You were complaining about it not being able to shred the other day.
Right.
Well, you didn't cook it long enough.
Ah, that was
it
the
should
problem,
just fall right off the bone.
Yeah, we thought it would, but
right.
it didn't.
So cook it longer and have a little bit more either stock or water. Water's not the greatest, but if you're in a pinch.
So how long is long?
Well, it depends on the size of your pork or your meat that you're roasting. I would say start out at 350 for maybe an hour, open it up, see if it's falling apart. If it's not, throw it back in.
Okay, just got to keep testing.
Got to keep testing.
So is this something that you have on the menu?
It is.
Okay.
We try to be very seasonal, so since it's hot, we want to have, of course, we're always going to have the ramen, but we want to have other options as well. So what we did was we took that roast I was telling you about, or the pork, and we put miso on it, so it has a little bit of a miso taste to it.
Is this miso right here?
This is actually our house sauce that we make that has the sriracha, the rayu, the sweet Thai chili, and also eel sauce in it. So it's kind of like a spicy teriyaki, if you will.
Okay.
So we use that. So what we're going to do is we'll start assembling in just a second.
Okay.
We're going to take that slaw. So this is another way you can multi-purpose that slaw. So that way you're not wasting anything.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to make a sriracha mayo slaw. So it, again, depends on how you like it. If you like your slaw to have a lot of mayo, add a little bit more.
Okay.
If it doesn't have enough, taste it, do a little bit more.
Throw more coleslaw in it.
Exactly. That too. You know, when it comes to cooking,
that's
fun.
just a little bit, because you don't want to like overpower it either, right?
Right.
So,
well,
like less is more in this.
Less is more, but you can always add. You can't take
Do you want me to mix it?
No. Sure, go for it.
Yes? Okay.
Please.
I washed my hands, by the way, after petting the puppies.
So while you're mixing that, I'm going to go ahead and take this house slaw, or the house sauce that we have, and we're going to try to just drizzle a little bit on the bread, so you get a little bit more of that extra flavor.
So this is a whole different, we just made 2 different slaw recipes.
Yeah.
Here's what I love. You gave us another use for the sriracha, because that's a big bottle. You never know. I never know what to do with
I've
it.
actually dipped my fries in it before. I'm divulging a lot of secrets
I was
here.
going to say, if we stood here long enough, we might be surprised at what she does with all of her ingredients.
Well, when it comes to condiments, you can never stop trying them on different things. You never know how you're going to like it on different items. Okay, go ahead and slaw me.
Okay, slaw you. I'm going to slaw you, all right. There we go.
Okay.
Ooh, that looks yummy.
Okay.
How's that?
Perfect.
More?
That's perfect.
Okay.
And then I know your hands are clean. If you can take a little bit of that cilantro again.
You bet. Sprinkle it on.
Sprinkle it.
Okay.
And then a little bit of green
onions.
Perfect. And then I want you to shove a little bit of those cucumbers on the side.
Okay. Oh,
perfect. And this is another item that I use.
One for you, one for me.
The tool that I showed you earlier. The cucumber. See how it gives it a little bit of a...
Oh, that was that same tool?
Yeah. It gives a little bit of an extra texture to it.
Right now. Okay.
Okay. Now comes the good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
This is where you slide in all the good pork, and it's just going to melt in your mouth. And
that looks insane.
Yeah, it's really good. It's one of my favorite things to do. If I'm not eating ramen, I'm probably eating one of these. So then, nice and full, we have everything in there, and then you just gotta slice it. Now be careful, it's gonna be hot. Now I have one over there that's not as hot if you wanna try it, or you can try this one, whatever you prefer.
This is what it looks like when it comes up. At the restaurant. Oh, that looks so
I think yours looks better than mine, though.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think they both look pretty darn good, if you ask me. And thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Great tips.
I appreciate it.
Great restaurant.
And we're always doing different types of menus and tips that we're giving out on our website. You can always go to umamitempe.com or Facebook, again, Umami Tempe.
Like you.
Yes.
Like you. I like her.
And like us and follow us on Instagram. We're always putting up
Aw.
specials and everything else that's going on with us.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Thank you.
A good job as always. And of course, we do have the recipes on our website, sonoranliving.com. All right, whether or not you're hitting the road for a last-minute vacation, doesn't really matter. Maybe just driving around town, we have a few simple things you can do to help keep your car cool and you safe. I'm going to eat this, but that's coming up next. We'll be right back.